If you're dealing with hair thinning or weak roots, you've probably spent a small fortune on specialty serums, heavy oils, and thickening shampoos. We pour money onto our scalps trying to fix the problem. But here is the biological reality. The hair you see in the mirror is composed of cells that are already dead. That is why getting a haircut causes no physical pain. Beneath the surface of the scalp, however, is a massive living engine. Hair is actually the second fastest growing tissue in the entire human body, surpassed only by your bone marrow. Look at this math. The average human head maintains over 100,000 individual follicles. With each strand growing about half an inch a month, your body is continuously manufacturing roughly 6 inches of tissue per strand every single year. Producing that much physical material requires an enormous amount of metabolic energy. Treating hair from the outside ignores the fuel requirements of that internal machinery. The actual construction happens inside a localized cellular factory called the hair follicle. This is where living cells divide and push upward to create a new strand. This fragile structure requires constant maintenance. Zinc acts as the essential mineral bodyguard, actively managing tissue repair and cell growth under pressure. The physical product that this factory actually pushes out of your scalp is constructed almost entirely from a tough protein called keratin. To manufacture that keratin, your body requires a specific catalyst, vitamin B7, known as biotin. When a body is chronically deficient in biotin, the physical structure of the hair strand becomes brittle and begins to thin out. Without zinc to maintain the factory floor and biotin to supply the raw building materials, the physical structure of your hair fails before it even sees the light of day. A factory cannot run without a steady delivery of raw materials. For your hair, those active supply lines are your blood vessels. This schematic connects a hair follicle directly to active blood vessels. To push nutrients into the root, vitamin B12 produces essential red blood cells. Simultaneously, vitamin C neutralizes oxidative stress and triggers collagen production, providing structural integrity to the surrounding skin. Finally, vitamins A and E provide the finishing touches, regulating the natural scalp oils that coat the strand and defending local cells against environmental damage. If this vascular supply chain breaks down, the follicle starves, and when the root is starved of oxygen and vitamins, rubbing oil on your scalp is not going to restart the assembly line. However, simply consuming these nutrients does not guarantee they reach the scalp. You can load your diet with every essential vitamin and mineral, yet still experience thinning if your body cannot successfully move those nutrients into the bloodstream. This crucial metabolic transfer happens far away from the scalp, deep inside the dense environment of the gut microbiome. The sheer scale of this ecosystem is difficult to grasp. You host trillions of microorganisms in your gut, and their collective mass actually matches the weight of a human brain. This bacterial ecosystem dictates how well you extract nutrients from your food. Certain compounds, like prebiotic inulin, found naturally in chicory root, specifically feed these good bacteria, ensuring your digestive tract can efficiently pull those critical vitamins out of your diet. Maintaining a highly functional, well-fed digestive tract provides the firm foundation for every other step in the hair growth cycle. This internal assembly line is sensitive to even minor changes in our daily routines. Crash dieting, for example, forces the body into starvation mode. It immediately cuts off the supply of non-essential raw materials like zinc and biotin, halting hair production to conserve energy. Chronic stress triggers a similar biological shutdown. Elevated stress hormones actively force hair follicles out of their active production cycle and directly into a dormant shedding phase. Then there is sleep deprivation. Deep sleep is the specific biological window when your body performs heavy cellular repair. Cut that window short, and the damage compounds. You cannot out-supplement or out-shampoo a lifestyle that actively starves your body's natural growth cycles. Shampoos and conditioners absolutely have a role. They are necessary for hygiene and surface-level protection, but they are biologically incapable of creating new growth. And because hair grows at a fixed biological rate, there are no overnight shortcuts. Repairing a damaged supply chain requires intense consistency over months, not days. The true biological recipe for success is entirely internal. A balanced diet feeds a healthy gut. That gut efficiently absorbs vitamins, which pump through the bloodstream to reach a zinc-protected follicle, and that follicle continuously pumps out strong, biotin-fueled keratin. Strong, resilient hair is simply the outward, visible expression of a thriving internal ecosystem.